Meanwhile, ORU just can't seem to buy a break. They go to Creighton. They had the lead for so long and came to within one of upsetting number 9 Creighton.
Yeah, and then you throw Michigan State in there up there as well, and they played them good. So we know ORU has the ability to win games. It's just time to start.
All right, the key for Little Rock, now they have 5 starters, 5 seniors, and they are led by Marcus Johnson, who averages just under 15 or just over 15 points a game. And you see there, he's also a rebounding machine with just under 5 per ball game. But he just lights this team up.
He does. He had 9 out of 11 three-pointers 2 games ago against Central Arkansas. And just a tough player. Runs the show, gets by you, and gets to the basket.
All right, Albert Owens, he's got to have a good game tonight if ORU has any prayer of winning this one.
Well, he's a tough low-post matchup, and he's really creating or developing his perimeter game as well. I like everything about this guy. He causes a lot of problems for opposing defenses.
Steve, your keys to this one first for Little Rock.
First thing is they got to get back in transition, shut off ORU's fast break, and then rotate out to the shooters. Second thing, space the floor. ORU's been struggling on the defensive end. Space the floor, drive it to the basket. And then the last thing, do a great job of rotating out of the double teams on Owens, get out to the shooters.
If there was ever a team in need of a big victory, it's ORU, and here are their keys tonight.
Well, the first thing is they out-rebounded Creighton, and that's why they played them close. They got to win that and can continue to prove on the defensive end. Playing a lot better defense than before. Last thing, my main thing, stay together as a team. Help each other out, pull for each other, and find a way to win.
Well, it's ORU in Little Rock. Little Rock comes in with a winning record at 9-2, including a week last week against the University of Tulsa. ORU coming off a loss to Creighton. They want to make up for that. We'll have the starting lineups coming right up.
Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays.
'Cause no matter how far away you roam, for the holidays you can be home sweet home.
My mother passed in 2003, but she always told me, I don't care if you turn out to be a great athlete or whatever, but you need to make sure you get your college degree. Sometimes I call the house just to hear her voice.
Hi, leave a message after the beep.
Hey Mom, this is Larry. I just want to let you know that I fulfilled the promise that you held me to. Love you.
or log on to NavyCenter.com.
Starting lineups for Little Rock: Marcus Johnson, Kemi Aussie, Jalen Jackson, Maurice Hill, and Liz Sochi, the 6'11 center. All 5 of these guys in double figures in scoring. Anderson, Bradley, Martin, Nzekwezi, and Owens, the starters for ORU. And it's Owens and Sochi opening tap. And it is controlled by the Trojans. And we're underway at the Navy Center. And bringing it down quickly is Marcus Johnson, averaging 15.7 points per game. Left wing, drive, stops, pops, and there's our first 2 points off the hands of Jalen Jackson.
You know, even though he got a wide open shot, that's a better job of ORU defense. I thought Chris Martin played good. He just got bumped off by a more physical player than him.
ORU works around the perimeter. Bradley with it. Anderson looking inside to Owens. Well guarded there, so they bring it back out. And a shot off the front of the rim and out off the hands of Aaron Anderson, who did not play the last time we televised ORU basketball, out with an injury, but he is back in full throttle now. Little Rock with the early 2-0 advantage. This is Johnson off the top of the circle. The drive and the floater is good. And this time it's Maurice Hill.
Boy, good ball movement there. Good patience on the offensive end. And again, they've run the clock down. They made good shots. And I like what ORU is doing defensively. They're at least making them make the extra pass.
Bradley works it inside Owens, draws the double team, has it knocked away, and our first turnover of the game. And Marcus Johnson brings it down, number 13. Works his way to the far side, swings it back. And the big center takes the baseline jumper, and it is no good. And ORU trying to come down with a rebound, inadvertently knocks it out of bounds. So Little Rock will have it. Our 3 officials tonight include Glenn Mayborg, Duran Gotchel, and Todd Van Sostman.
Boy, that's a mistake, can't be made. They've already ran down the floor. Little Rock took off and ran down the floor. ORU had 3 guys ready to rebound and just bounced off their
Sochi against Owens, and good defensively on the part of Owens, and ORU brings it down. 4-0 in the early going. ORU trying to get anything going, and Owens inside, draws the double team again, works along the baseline, and he has it knocked out of bounds off his own knee. And so we'll bring it back the other way. Already 2 turnovers for ORU in less than
I was really
2 minutes of play.
Really afraid of a flat start for ORU. The reason being, they'd been on a bus 20 hours over the last 60 hours. They bused from where were they? Springfield up to Kansas City, then to Omaha, and then back to Tulsa. And that's a lot of riding on a bus.
Marcus Johnson's long 3 is no good. We have a whistle. Knocked to the floor is ORU's Chris Martin, and he draws the foul. And the foul is on Jalen Jackson, his first.
ORU they've got to score this time down. And I mean, you don't have to gotta anything, but it's so important. You cannot let a team come into your building and get out in a 6-8-0 run to start off, and then you start thinking bad thoughts. Big bucket right here you got to go get.
Correction, the foul on Hill. So the ball is locked loose, and it's off the baseline, off the hands of Sochi, and so ORU will maintain.
Sometimes if you're struggling on offense, the best thing that can happen in an end out of bounds play, that's where it's the easiest score. You got the ball 10 feet from the basket. See if ORU gets an easy shot here.
They swing it back out.
That's
Kwesi, and here is Martin with a 3, in and out, and the 6'11" center grabs the rebound for the visitors.
Even though that wasn't necessarily right on the play, that was still part of the play, and that's a nice wide open look ORU had.
Driving to the hole is Hill, won't go, tip, no good, rebound ORU, and here they come. The Golden Eagles looking for their first points of the game. Bradley has it, swings it far corner. Long 3, give it to him.
I like to see Aaron Anderson taking that shot. Aaron's a senior leader of this team. They missed him while he was out, and I always joke with him, man, you got to look for your shot more. And you can see Little Rock's backing off him. He's going to have to prove he can make it.
All right, the Trojans now have missed their last 5 shots. The layup blocked neatly by Owens. Here comes ORU quickly down. Martin faked the shot, then lost it out of bounds, and they say it went off of the knee of Kemi Osi out of Montreal, Quebec. And so ORU will maintain possession, trailing it by 1. Here's the 3 from Anderson.
Boy, any major college guard, when he gets his feet set like that, he's got to be licking his lips, man. He just squared up, knocked it down. Here again, an end out of bounds play. See what ORU comes up with out of this.
Bradley's going to take the 3, give it to him.
That's as easy as you can get right there. I'm telling you, when you're struggling on the offensive end, kick that ball off them end out of bounds, you'll get you a good look.
How sweet was that to watch, because in our last televised game against the University of Tulsa, he couldn't hit the ocean.
But he, you know what, all credit to him. Ever since then, he's really recovered.
And
he struggled. Yep. Yeah, he did, but he struggled mightily that game, but he's come back and had good games on the road.
Johnson's 3 is no good. Rebound ORU. Good block out on the part of Anderson. Anderson floats it back out. Martin back inside. This is Owens. Swings it back out. Martin's going to take a three. No, off the front of the rim. We have a whistle underneath. And we have a foul on ORU. I believe they call it on Anderson.
I think that's a loose ball foul on Little Rock, and ORU will again get it in out of bounds.
All right, TV timeout, and ORU has a 6-4 advantage on the strength of this Bradley three.
Okay, Google, turn on the hall lights.
Okay, Google, turn up the music. Okay, Google, what's the weather?
Two babies train.
How do you say nice to meet you in Spanish?
Okay, Google, dim the downstairs lights.
How to go live if you're not an athlete, but today, you're a winner. Hey, how's your team doing? And by your team, we mean the team whose jersey you own. Good enough for us, because a win's a win. Know what else a win is? A chance to revel in the victory. So pull out your phone, hit this, then this, and go live. Look, this is a big win for you. And now, whether they knew it or not, it's a big win for your friends too.
They've been Oklahoma's #1 Ford dealer for 7 straight years. So go with a name you can trust. Bill Knight Ford, 96th and Memorial, and BillKnightFord.com, home of the Knight Advantage. All right, you see the folks getting ready for Christmas, all dolled up in their Santa suits and receiving some free mini basketballs for their efforts. The coach for Little Rock, off to a great start, Wes Flanagan, who was also a great high school player, and his dad a great high school coach in the state of Arkansas. And he's doing a pretty good job at the start of this season at 9-2. Was an assistant for 1 year at Little Rock as well. And of course, Scott Sutton, 17th year at the helm for the Golden Eagles. Off the inbounds, Bradley swings it back out, has his pass intercepted. Jackson with a beautiful interception there in the passing lane. Being guarded by Bradley here, looks inside, comes back out. Marcus Johnson goes to the baseline. His layup is no good, partially blocked. And here comes ORU back the other way. Anderson goes far side. Looks for some help. Now he's going to back his way in. Draws the double team. Can he get a shot off? He does. Won't go. Rebound. Here comes Little Rock. Johnson on the far side.
I love to see the aggression of Aaron Anderson. He's taken 3 shots. He doesn't take that in a game sometime. I like to see him looking for it.
And the shot is way off the baseline, and ORU comes right back, and Little Rock is the team that looks a little bit sluggish, although it's been ORU that spent most of the weekend on the bus.
You know, they started out making their first 2, and they're now 2 for 10, so missed their last 8 shot. And I see a lot better help on the ORU defense. They're doing a better job of getting in front of the opponent.
Owens turns, gets the shot, is fouled, so he'll go to the line.
You saw the double team right there. Every time Owens touches the ball, they're going to go down and double him and try to rotate out. Right there, nice job, Owens. As he spins back, he gets fouled. That's pretty good defense. You're right, their coach. And you come in for a team that won 30 games last year in your first year, and you take him out to a 9-2 start. You know he was a great point guard in high school. Arkansas Player of the Year, so any point guard that becomes a coach, you know he's going to be a good coach.
All right, there you see the coach we're talking about, Wes Flanagan.
Let me tell you about his assistant coach. You're going to see him there, Kwanzaa Johnson.
Right.
And a nice look at Scott Sutton. But Kwanzaa Johnson is a guy that's going to be a head coach here soon. He's a former TU player and been around for 20 years under some great coaches, and I expect him to probably get a job soon.
Owens missed his first. The second one is also off, so ORU wastes a free throw opportunity. And here comes Little Rock. ORU leads it by 2. We played 5.5 minutes. Into the lineup now is DeAndre Burns, number 30. The wild 3 is again off, so now it's 2 for 11. And 0 for 9 in the last 9. And the loose ball will go to ORU.
You know what's nice to see? We're not just seeing guards blowing by the ORU defense, and I like that. I think a lot of that, Aaron Anderson was out. and he adds a lot to the defense. And Darian Harris coming in the game is doing a nice job with his length, 6'6". You know, all he's got to do is back up a little bit and just be up and challenge him on the shot.
Chris Miller is in for a resting Owens, and this is Miller inside. He's going to go to the hoop, put the hook shot up and in.
How good is that? Big one-handed little jump hook right there. Now you take Owens out at 6'9" and bring in big Chris Miller. Huge things expected out of this kid by the time he gets to be a sophomore.
Darian Harris is also in the lineup for ORU, number 33. He's playing defense now on the man with the ball, Hill. Back out. Burns gets it back off to Osi. They've missed 10 shots in a row of the Trojans. The drive, the layup, partially blocked, and now we have a blocking foul. Thought Harris had a lot of the basketball, but let's see who the foul is underneath.
And that's the first time that ORU's defense got broke down. I said in the pregame, that's one thing Little Rock wants to do. And defense, drive in the middle, and these refs have so far. And you see that's a little bit, I mentioned it. One of their players, I think it was Johnson, drove in and looked like he may have got hammered, but the defenders for ORU are doing a nice job of standing straight up, and these refs doing a great job of not calling it.
All right, Hill makes the first of the pair.
There was a great look at the ORU bench right there. I was talking about Kwanzaa Johnson. Sean Sutton is on his way, too. I tell you, that guy has paid his time, and the effort and the time he's put in. Look for him probably to get a job next year, too.
So Hill makes two. The second one ekes through. And ORU now being pressed in the backcourt, and they lose the basketball. And here comes Little Rock right back, looking to tie the game up, and they leave it inside. Beautiful pass to Hill, and Hill goes off the glass, the pass from Andre Jones. And that's their first field goal in the last 11. Bradley quickly down court and makes the basket to give ORU the lead right back at 10-8.
It's pretty good when you can score off made baskets in 3 seconds or less. And ORU just got the ball in bounds, 1-2 steps, bang, layup.
Inside, back out. Miller playing well defensively there. He's had foul trouble in many games, and here the inside move. It is Oliver Black. Black loses control. Bad pass along the baseline, another turnover, and here comes ORU. Harris thought about shooting. Bradley with the left hand, far side. Anderson, back out Bradley. They'll start all over again with 12 on the shot clock. Working around quickly. Anderson goes to the hole. Baseline continues on. Back out Young. Takes the three. It's going to be off. In fact, you could tell from our vantage point that had a chance to miss everything, and it did.
You know what's sad? Several possessions. ORU has done a great job of moving the ball side to side, getting the defense spread out, coming up with wide open shots, and just haven't made them. And that's the sign of winning teams. They do that and make the shots. ORU right now still struggling. Boy, I like what I see a lot better.
All right, and there you see the three-point shooting. ORU 2 for 6, and Little Rock has yet to make a tray. Oliver Black sits down, and the big guy, Liz Sochi, is back in at 6'11". They swing it back out. Hill tries to get by his defender, goes far corner, and they bring it back out with 6 on the shot clock. Got to get it away. And Miller out on defense. And boy, did that help. And oh, they bailed him out. Oh, my goodness.
Well, and that's
oh,
what.
No.
And you can see Coach Scott Sutton's just disgusting. That's what's keeping Miller from playing in the games many minutes. He pokes in. This is a good call by the ref. Miller's going to just stuck in there. Can't see it from that angle. No question he fouled him.
All right. So for Miller, that's his first. We'll take a break. ORU leads at 10-8 with 11:35 to go. First half from the Mabee Center. We'll be back.
Okay, Google. What's a good substitute for butter?
For every cup of butter, substitute 3/4 cup of olive oil.
Ooh. Okay, Google. What's a good substitute for olive oil?
We'll need you guys to redo all that work.
Oh, that's not good, no.
Whatever it takes. We're really running into some issues here.
What? What? Yeah! Can you believe this?
You know you're not on mute, right?
Hey, I see you're working on your portfolio. Need a little luck? No. I have TD Ameritrade's investing tools and education. So I'm confident that I'm making smart financial decisions. But thanks.
Okay. Trisha? You need any luck?
I do not.
Eric?
I'm all set.
We don't need your luck.
Yeah, thanks, Sully. I got it.
You don't even work on this floor.
You don't work on this floor.
TD Ameritrade. You got this.
Hurley Auto Family is grateful for your continued support at Bob Hurley Ford, Bob Hurley GMC Buick, and Bob Hurley RV. Whether it's a new or used vehicle or RV, the Bob Hurley Auto Family strives to give you the best customer service and the biggest selection, all at the best price. And here's the Bradley layup off the made by Little Rock, and they bring it quickly down and get the two to regain the lead.
Well, they talked about wanting to get back, protect against ORU's transition, and that's just falling asleep right there, and ORU took advantage. There's two lovely little Santa Claus ladies celebrating Christmas early.
Santa's helpers.
You know, looking at this stat sheet here, Little Rock is 3 for 13. They're a good team. They're a well-coached team. I like what their coach is doing. The players are all good, solid players, but I think, like you said, you know, they probably bust over from Little Rock, and so they may be a little bit tired as well. You see Bradley there. I think this kid is really regrouped from that Tulsa game.
So it'll be DeAndre Burns at the line for Little Rock for 2 shots. He put up a desperation 3 at the shot clock buzzer and got the call. Miller was called with the foul.
You know what I get ticked off? People say that's a freshman foul. Well, it really isn't, because last year he was a senior in high school, and he'd have made that same play. And now, whether he's a freshman or not, you got to understand when you can reach in there, when you can't. And ORU had them totally locked up on that possession. Now they're going to get 3 free throws.
And it almost seems criminal to call a foul on that if you play 29 and a half seconds of great.
You're right. And how much difference is this defense? So you know Coach Sutton and his brother Sean have been doing a tremendous job on the defensive end of getting this team ready on the defensive end. Total improvement.
Actually, the foul was from 3-point range to add insult to injury on that foul, and that has helped Little Rock regain the lead.
You know, not to overlook
Marcus Johnson back in the lineup for Little Rock.
Not to overlook Mark Stricker and Rodney Perry, the assistants, too, because it takes everybody. I talked about you got to pull together, stay together as a team. It's the same as the coaching staff. You all got to stay together, stay on the same page, get the game plan, and go from there.
Young, Martin, Anderson, Miller, and Harris.
See how ORU
on the floor for ORU.
Attacks the zone. It's just passing side to side. You got to have someone with the fortitude to drive it in the middle there. You can't do it. You got to drive it, take it off the dribble, get in, pull the defense, kick it out.
5th turnover for ORU in the first 9 minutes of play. Knocked away by Harris, regained by Little Rock, and here is Osi, again the Canadian from Montreal. Johnson swings it back. Here comes Jones, lays it up and in. Nice drive by Andre Jones.
That kid has some major vertical. I saw him in warm-ups doing some dunks that Vince Carter used to do, and that one right there, he exploded up too. But, you know, you got to give Coach Flanagan credit here. He switched this defense up, going to some type of extended zone, and ORU has got to attack it, get in the middle of that paint.
The long 3, give it to him for Aaron Young.
And you know what happened? They got it to the high post. Good coaching move by Coach Sutton to stick Aaron Anderson, his best passer, in there and make the play.
The drive, the stop, the pop off the glass and short. Rebound ORU. Here comes Martin with the right hand, near corner. Young, he'll swing it back out. Martin, top of the circle, Young, corner. Harris takes the 3. In and out, rebound by Sochi. And he loses control to Anderson. He goes off the foot and he gets it back. Thanks to Miller. Good thing a teammate was there. Anderson has it. Thinking about a drive. He's got Hill on him. Goes, kicks it back out. Harris. Through the lane, back out. 12-second shot clock. We've had a lot of shot clocks wind down in this game so far. Shot off the deflection, and it's taken back by Little Rock. We're tied at 13. switches hands, takes the jumper, and it's going to come up short. Martin with the rebound. Off the miss by Jones. And ORU slows it down.
And that's Little Rock making him slowing down. Little Rock done a great job by switching up defense. And now ORU is a little bit confused. They're definitely in a man-to-man right now, so ORU's got to get something quick here. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock.
ORU out rebounding Little Rock, 11-9. Nice dipsy-do layup on Anderson's part. And ORU regains the lead at 15-13.
Well, Aaron Anderson has about 3 inches of Johnson in the post and took him right to the basket.
The foul.
And that's all we said last game against TU, the drive, the foul, the drive. That's all you said. And now you've only seen that about 2 times where Little Rock has actually split the defense for ORU, got through the seam, and did something good with it.
Chris picks up his, and that is the 3rd team foul. Each team with 3.
Not really how you teach a post move, but it's a good job of recognizing the lack of height on the defensive end right there. And there you get a good look at Coach Sean Sutton I was talking about. He has got to know him so well over the last year, and tremendous guy, and he will get his break and get his opportunity again.
And let's face it, there's some hurting going on with the Golden Eagles right now with their record, but they just had a non-conference schedule that is like no other. And the hope is obviously that the tough non-conference schedule strengthens this team's mental and physical attributes to take on the Summit League. We're tied at 15. Little Rock making all 7 of their free throws. ORU 0 for 2. That was Owens who's back in the ballgame. There's the shot blocked by the much taller Sochi at 6'11". And here comes Marcus Johnson. Bounces it inside of the 6'11" big guy. Turns, puts it over Owens. Owens, good defense. Tapped up, no good. And here comes ORU. Martin stops, pops from the free throw line, and hits.
Good job. Boy, Chris Martin has the ability by the time he's out of here to be a tremendous scorer. He's only a sophomore. He can really shoot the 3. He can really put in 4 and could be a good defensive player if he applies himself.
Frisco, Texas, the 3, no good. So Little Rock stays stagnant from the 3-point range, and ORU's defense making him take those shots. This is Bradley, bounces it inside. Leaning in is Nzekwezi, who's not seen a whole lot of minutes, trying to recover from a sprained ankle. According to the team doctors, he's about 80% tonight, so may not get a whole lot of minutes as well. The 3, Marcus Hill, again no good. And here comes Bradley.
It's a totally different ORU team. Now, it ain't like Little Rock is a bad team. Little Rock's a good team, well-coached team. And ORU is making them do the things they don't want to do, and that's why ORU's got a 2-point lead.
Inside, Owens thought he was fouled there, no call, and the shot went awry, and here comes Little Rock. And Little Rock, so far, are they getting a little frustrated from 3-point range and just hoping one goes in to break the spell?
They're 3 for 8. ORU hasn't got it. And ORU's done a great job on Johnson, man.
What a beautiful defensive play by Aaron Young.
And their leading scorer, Marcus Johnson, has not even had a sniff. 0 for 3 and hasn't had a good look yet. I like this ORU team, what I'm seeing there. You know, I said they got to stay together, play together as a team, and doing a nice job of communicating. Even though they missed a shot like that, they're getting good looks at it.
Sochi with yet another rebound, and he has 5 already. Now we have a turnover the other way. And now we'll have a TV timeout with 6:15 remaining. ORU holding on to a 2-point advantage. It's 17-15, low-scoring first half. We'll be back with more right after this. So stay ORU top.
Whoa, you're halfway there. Whoa, you need another player. Yeah!
Build your team and take them all the way. Madden NFL 17.
Okay, Google, turn on the hall lights.
Okay, Google, turn up the music. Okay, Google, what's the weather?
Two babies train. How do you say nice to meet you in Spanish?
Okay, Google, dim the downstairs lights.
Wow, you're really festive?
Well, this time of year, there's plenty to be festive about. Like what?
You smell like nutmeg.
Like the Hyundai Holiday Sales Event. It's your last chance of the year to save big on every new Hyundai.
Oh, I'm feeling more festive already.
Wait, did you say save big?
Yep.
Oh, I think I hear holiday music now.
Oh, no, that's just my ringtone.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. This is the reason to buy now. Get up to $2,500 off the new Sonata during Hyundai holidays.
Line drive to Bartlesville for the best deals on Toyotas, Fords, and Lincolns at Dunge's Family of Autos. Home of the $9.95 oil change. Highway 75 in Bartlesville or on the web at dungeschoice.com.
And Al, you look at the stats here. Little Rock, 4 for 19. And I got to correct myself. You said they were struggling on three-pointers. They're 0 for 4 from the three-point line. ORU 3 for 9. They're just struggling. So I'm going to give that to the ORU defense.
All right, in Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Center, which is the official orthopedic care provider of the Golden Eagles, for sports injuries and other orthopedic care, call EOP at 494-9300. They come in at a team that shoots just over 40%. So Sochi, although he doesn't have any points, has 5 rebounds and 3 steals. And those 3 steals already a career high for the big guy. The drive off the glass and in. What a drive by Nzekwezi.
How strong, quick, explosive. He's 6'5".
And that's on a sprained ankle.
Yeah, and 2 dribbles from the wing just and went up strong to the basket, even though he was contested.
Jalen Jackson inside Johnson. And Sochi gets his first 2 of the night.
I like that with Marcus Johnson right there. You know, here's their leading scorer, hadn't scored yet. He had a chance to shoot but he sees his teammate just a little more open to him. Very unselfish.
This is Owens inside. And ORU on a 9-2 run there. Off the glass, they missed, but a big-time rebound by Aaron Anderson. Big hustle play.
You can see
he has it right now.
How Sochi's giving Owens a hard time in there. He's just so long, and Owens just having a hard time of going up over top of him. Owens going to have to step out, face up, maybe use a little quickness on him.
All right, 6th rebound now for the big guy. And he has the basketball, puts on a move, but can't get by Bradley inside. Short little jumper is good off the hands of DeAndre Burns out of Yazoo City, Mississippi.
This is 2 teams very much like each other, well-coached teams that are moving the ball, very unselfish. Little Rock doing exactly what ORU does. Move it till they get the open shot. Unfortunately, they haven't knocked it down.
Tied up again. And Owens is determined to get a shot over the outstretched mitts of Sochi, and he does so.
You got to hand it to Owens. He's had about 4 shots altered, and he went right back at the big fella again and finally got it.
He gets his first 2 of the night. Marcus Johnson, Bradley. Nice defensive play on the help from Owens, and he comes up with a loose ball. Here comes Bradley for ORU. Leading at 21-19, the long 3. Give it to him, Anderson.
That's what senior leaders do right there. When your team needs a bucket, Aaron Anderson looking more aggressive offensively. I'll guarantee the Little Rock staff's looking down their sky report and thinking, what's going on here? He doesn't shoot.
There you see the 3-point numbers. Little Rock looking for their first, and here's their 5th shot, and it's in and out, 0 for 5 in that department.
You'll live with that all day.
with the rebound. Quickly ahead, Bradley behind the back dribble, stops, pops, and won't go. Owens just got inside position but couldn't control it, and it went off his hands and out of bounds. And so we'll have another timeout. TV timeout with 3:29 to go in the first half. ORU with its biggest lead of the night. It's 5 at 24-19. You see Scott Sutton. Here's a shot of the last bucket. Good. At the bottom of the be back.
Okay, Google, turn on the hall lights.
Okay, Google, turn up the music. Okay, Google, what's the weather?
Two babies dream. How do you say nice to meet you in Spanish?
Okay, Google, dim the downstairs lights.
Geico has a long history of great savings and great service. Over 75 years.
Wait, 75 years? That is great.
Speaking of great, check out these hot riffs. You like Smash Mouth?
Take a closer look at Geico.
Two locations, Nelson Mazda at South Memorial Drive and Nelson Nissan in Broken Arrow. Nelson believes every customer should experience transparency, a speedy transaction, and a great experience. Nelson will make a believer out of you. And PSO reminds you all power lines are dangerous. Stay away from overhead lines, down power lines, and always call 811 before you dig. A safety message from your friends at PSO. Well, Steve, in the first 10 minutes, it seemed like the offenses were content to kill some clock and then find an opening for a shot. But it seems like the last 10 minutes, or at least the last 7 minutes, they picked up the pace a little bit.
And this is exactly what ORU needed. They've got to go into a locker room ahead at halftime one time so they can go in there with some positive things going on. You know, lately they've been down or whatever at halftime. You want to go in the locker room this time on your home floor. You're up 5 right now. Try to increase this lead.
Saw a look at Wes Flanagan, who's got this team off to a 9-2 beginning. Burns takes the shot over Bradley, no good, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. I believe we're going to have a foul call over the back by Ben Marcus, first time in the game from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and that is his first, and team foul number 4. So we've been rather clean here in the first half as far as fouls are concerned.
Well, you just know this ORU coaching staff is too good of a staff to let that defensive weakness go on all year. And I have seen tremendous improvement since the last time I saw them. We're not seeing breakdowns on the defensive end.
Owens over 2. No. Rebound. Johnson. Marcus Johnson, who is still looking for his first points in this ball game, and he's the team's leading scorer. He has it now. Thought about a 3, but Anderson was out there defensively. Here's the drive by Jackson. Jackson back out. We'll start over again. 13 on the shot clock. Marcus Johnson's shot again, no good. And here comes ORU. Chris Martin. 5th rebound for him. ORU now content to set things up. Anderson, top of the circle. Johnson comes out on him. Bradley. Under 10 now. Martin has to do something. Quickly out. Harris has to take the 3 partially blocked, but it goes in! Holy cow, did that get partially blocked, Steve? It looked like the fingertip got on it, but it still fell through.
That's a big bucket for a player who has not shot the ball great, now comes up with a steal.
Ball on the floor. Who's got it? It's all over the place, and we're going to have a foul call on Arkansas Little Rock. And call with a foul, I believe, is Ben Marcus. And for him, that will be his second. 15 foul. But what a play. ORU with its biggest lead of the night, 8. And you see the hustle by Harris. A little cross-check from behind, but...
Not the hockey talk. Ruined this whole great experience here tonight.
You don't know what you're missing, my man.
Hey, Darian Harris may have hit his biggest shot he's hit at ORU. Now, we still got a whole half to play. But he has not shot the ball near as well. He was a great shooter in high school. I saw him. And if he ever gets going, he has a capability to go out and make 8 or 9 threes in a night with no problem.
1:45 to go in the first half. Martin stops, pops. No good. And it's Oshie who knocks it out of bounds, so ORU will have it.
We ran the same play when I was in college. We called it the Titan. You have your 2 guards, pass it to the wing, cut down the middle and roll. I was talking to Tom Hankins, the old assistant coach at ORU, and he went to Northeast State and he said when Ken Hayes was there, they called it the Redmond. So I don't know what ORU's calling now, but it hasn't worked so far. They may need to get out of it.
Harris, far side, looks inside. This is Owens. Is he going to give it another try over the big guy? No. Kicks it back out. And a pass intended for Anderson is intercepted by Little Rock, and here they come. Jackson. And now Marcus Johnson. Nearing the end of the first half with 1:05 to go. Inside, Sochi off the glass and in. That was too easy. And so it is a 6-point game, 27-21. Anderson looking things over with 40 seconds left. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it will still be in the hands of ORU as Bradley had it knocked out of his hands by Johnson. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Boy, a basket for ORU would be huge here to ensure them of a lead at halftime. Anderson gets a nice screen from Owens. Still looking, goes in the hole, bounces it off, won't go. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it goes off of Sochi, who is on the floor. And it will be ORU basketball with a new shot clock. And now we have a discussion with the officials. The ball did hit the rim on the layup try. And then did anybody have possession after that? And now they will review it. They will review the situation. Don't forget, ORU has another home game before the Christmas break. Richmond will be here on December 23rd, and it's a 3 p.m. start here at the Mabee Center. That again on December 23rd. It's a Friday at 3 o'clock before the Christmas holidays. Then they go on the road for 3 as the conference season gets underway for ORU. And then they'll be back home later in January. But right now we have a situation where this is a big call here to end the first half, because ORU, if they have possession, will be able to run the clock out and get the last shot. Now, so far, we have a pretty balanced attack with Anderson with 8 so far for ORU, and 8 for Hill for the visiting Little Rock Trojans. ORU hit 6 trays in their game at Creighton, and they have 5 already today, correct? Yes, they have 5 trays already in the first half here. And that game, Creighton, had to be a heartbreaker. ORU unable to score a single point in the final 6 minutes and lost by 1 to a now number 9 Creighton Blue Jay outfit. And that game in Omaha. All right, let's take a look at what the officials have decided on and who it went of. You see hits the rim, and it did go off of Little Rock, so it will be ORU's basketball. So thanks to our crew for getting us that replay after the officials looked at it. Of course, they are the top priority here. We'll stay here. You see Wes Flanagan in his first year here, and a native of Arkansas, was the high school player of the year in his. And again, here is the Harris shot, and we were trying to figure out not that ball hit an eyelash. Looked like it continued its rotation through the hoop. So it was not tipped, but at any rate, now they have adjusted the shot clock, and it's down to 2. Down to 2 with 30 seconds to go. So it will be ORU ball, but they just have 2 seconds to get a shot off. And let's see what Scott Sutton diagrammed during the timeout here to get a shot off. The inside, and Harris off the glass, won't go. And he beat the shot clock, but it goes off of Sochi of Little Rock. And so ORU will now have it for the final 27 seconds if they so desire. So a big break for ORU off the missed shot. They did get the shot off in time. Bradley swings it back out. So the shot clock is off, and ORU will set it up for a final shot to try and take at least an 8-point advantage here in the first half. Down to 10. Down to 3. Still looking. They leave it for Bradley. Shovels it off, and they never got a shot off. So ORU does go to the locker room with a 6-point advantage in a low-scoring first half at 27-21. There you see the coaching staff going off, even though there was some positives, obviously, in that first half with ORU leading. It's also a situation where they had an opportunity at the end and just too many passes in the final 3 seconds of that first half. And Steve Bontrager will be with Scott Sutton in just a few seconds. But ORU goes to the half, leading it by 6, 27-21. That's a positive. Let's go to Coach and Steve.
You got off to a little bit of a sluggish start, but I thought you regrouped tremendously and played, without a doubt, your best defensive half of the year.
Well, defensively, I thought we were really good. Did a great job on Jackson, and offensively, I'm not sure we ever were not sluggish. We're not moving the ball, not moving ourselves like we did against Creighton Saturday, and then we missed some opportunities inside. So, but you know, fortunately, we're up 6 with how poorly we played offensively.
I just can't believe the difference in the defense. What have you really stressed to the team to do this time?
Well, just playing hard, playing tough, keeping the ball in front of us. When the teammate does get beat, we got to have his back and rotate over and either try to take a charge, block a shot, challenge a shot. So we're doing a better job.
There you go. We have the leading coach of ORU, 27-21 at halftime.
All right, Steve, thank you very much. Anderson is the leading scorer for ORU with 8. So ORU goes into the locker room with a 6-point advantage. And as you just heard Scott Sutton, he'd like to see some more potency on offense. But the defense is playing darn well. We'll be back with more halftime activities for you from the Mabee Center. ORU leads it 27-21. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, it's Erin Napier here with my husband Ben in Bank of America to show you how to make beautiful decor on a budget. Give this a quick coat of paint, a few holes, and some rope for hanging. Fill with your favorite plants and you've got an instant indoor garden.
Want more green? Use the Bank of America Card Cash Rewards credit card to earn 1% cash back on all your DIY supplies.
Next, we'll show you how to turn an empty wall into a work of art.
Okay, Google, turn on the hall lights.
Okay, Google, turn up the music. Okay, Google, what's the weather?
Two babies dream. How do you say nice to meet you in Spanish?
Okay, Google, dim the downstairs lights.
How to go live if you're not an athlete, but today, you're a winner. Hey, how's your team doing? And by your team, we mean the team whose jersey you own. Good enough for us, because a win's a win. You know what else a win is? A chance to revel in the victory. So pull out your phone, hit this, then this, and go live. Look, this is a big win for you. And now, whether they knew it or not, it's a big win for your friends too.
27-21, the Golden Eagles on top of the Trojans. And first half that got off to a sluggish start, but ORU picked it up offensively. It went back and forth in the first 14 minutes of this first half, Steve. But the Golden Eagles were on the verge of taking control of this game, but Little Rock coming back and scoring the last few points, and ORU not exactly precise on that last 27-second play off the inbounds. But you still have to be happy for ORU going in with a halftime advantage.
You know, what I like about ORU is they didn't play great, but they're finally ahead. You know, that's a sign of a team that's improving and getting better. Before ORU hadn't played great, they'd have been getting killed. And so they haven't done everything well, but they're doing okay, and they've got the lead that I talked about. When you go in that locker room, you want to go in positive once, and they're going to do that.
All right, let's take a look at what Little Rock has done offensively so far. And they are led by Maurice Hill. And you see some of the taking some outside shots did not work for them, so they were forced to go inside. And what about ORU defensively? And it seemed like here they just let the defense falter a little bit in the paint. But from the outside, they were pretty darn good.
Well, you know what? The ORU has done a good job of bottling up their two best players. That's why they have the lead.
And here you see some movement inside. You see Miller with his 2 points in the ball game, who saw some brief moments. But Owens, he was determined to try to get some points inside against the 6'11" big guy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And it was a good thing ORU came with their shooting eye from three-point range.
And they've
today.
done their part. Their goal was to bottle him up, double team him, and make other people beat him. And Aaron Anderson has really stepped up for ORU. 8 points, which is a lot of scoring for him the first half.
5 for 11 from three-point range, and you see, obviously, that's 15 points of the 27 that ORU has tonight.
Yeah, so over half their points, three-pointers, and then you take Little Rock with absolutely no points, so that's the difference in the game.
All right, you may see in the background we have the mini Rockettes on the Mabee Center floor. And for your halftime entertainment here at the Mabee Center. There you see some halftime stats for you. You see the numbers. And if ORU can keep Little Rock from that offer from three-point range, they got a great shot tonight.
They do, and I look for ORU to keep doing what they were doing, but offensively, they have got to find a way to score. They're moving the ball well, but they're not really getting penetration. And right now, it's almost, I hate to say it, because I like this Little Rock team, but it's like a lack of effort there. So if Little Rock picks it up, ORU is going to really have a harder time scoring.
And another thing, their leading scorer has been held scoreless tonight in Marcus Johnson.
Well, give credit to ORU. They have stayed in front of him. How many times have you seen him get by him? You haven't. And the ORU guards have done a nice job. I think Jalen Bradley, I know he's taken a lot of heat, but he has really stepped his game up and improving in every area of the game.
All right, let's take another break. We'll be back with more halftime activities for you from the Mabee Center. And there you see the mini Rockettes. That's what I was talking about.
I've been to them in
the
New York.
Radio City Music Hall.
You'd be proud of me. I went to see them in New York City.
Did you?
Yes,
I am proud of you. Very good. All right, we'll be back with more right after this on your station for Golden Eagles basketball. We'll be right back.
Okay, Google. What's a good substitute for butter?
For every cup of butter, substitute 3/4 cup of olive oil.
Ooh. Okay, Google. What's a good substitute for olive oil?
Wow, you're really festive.
Well, this time of year, there's plenty to be festive about. Like what?
You smell like nutmeg.
Like the Hyundai Holiday Sales Event. It's your last chance of the year to save big on every new Hyundai.
Oh, I'm feeling more festive already.
Wait, did you say save big?
Yep.
Oh, I think I hear holiday music now.
Oh, no, that's just my ringtone.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. This is the reason to buy now. Get up to $2,500 off the new Sonata during Hyundai holidays.
Not everyone speaks Sriracha.
Sriracha.
But when a fan says
Sriracha.
they want a Sriracha chicken sandwich with Sriracha Jack cheese, Sriracha infused aioli, and a Sriracha bun. Wendy's spicy Sriracha chicken sandwich for a limited time.
Emerge restored, fortified, replenished. Emerge every day with Emergen-C. Packed with B vitamins, antioxidants, electrolytes, plus more vitamin C than 10 oranges. Why not feel this good every day? Emerge and see.
Halftime, 27-21, Golden Eagles on top by 6. Elsewhere in the Summit League, Purdue all over Western Illinois, and South Dakota State leads Drake at halftime, 38-26. And look at the ORU schedule, and the Golden Eagles can't get to conference play soon enough. And that gets underway in just a couple of days, but their next home game will be right here at the Mabee Center on Friday, December 23rd. Now, a reminder, it is a 3 o'clock tip-off here against Richmond. And then you see the following next 3 will be on the road, and then the next 3 will be at home as they get the conference play underway.
You know, now all of a sudden you start looking at those games and think they're winnable games when 2 weeks ago you were looking at them and thinking, when are we going to get our first win? But if you keep
I'm looking
playing,
at this schedule, Steve, and I'm sorry. You talk about murderer's row.
Yeah.
At Baylor, Ole Miss, at Oakland, at Michigan State, at Oklahoma, at Missouri State, at Creighton.
You want me to tell you why? Those pay the bills. You go play at those places, they pay the bills.
I get it. I understand why.
It's not good for your coaching resume. But you know what? ORU has won games in the past. You know, they've gone on the road and they beat some big teams. And
does that help you? Obviously, that's the philosophy for ORU, that not only does it help pay the bills, but it strengthens you in some way when you take on what is presumed to be a lesser schedule when you take on the conference in the Summit League.
You know,
does it legitimately help in your opinion?
I do. I think it helps you if you keep the games close, and they say they're not into moral victories. I'm totally into that moral victory with Creighton. I don't think anyone thought you'd play them that close. You did, and as far as ORU goes, that's like a win. So if you play them close, it is. But when you go out on the road and get hammered by Oakland and get hammered by other teams, then there's an argument there. So I'm not sure which is the right way. You'd like to try to split it 50-50. Go get your paycheck and then play Molly Potts and get some wins.
Well, you know, we're stuck with trying to figure out this ORU basketball team because their record, obviously, on paper looks horrendous. But if you look at if you investigate the schedule, the close one with Creighton, the close one with Ole Miss, the close one with Michigan State, the close one with Baylor. I mean, that has to be a little bit encouraging.
I know there's fans, former ORU students and fans my age, they're still watching these games, listening to us, listening to radio. And for those fans listening, I want to tell you, hang in there. This team is going to find its way, and they're going to get into that Summit League, and they're going to be okay.
All right, let's see if they can hang in there in the second half. They have a 6-point advantage right now. We'll have the second half for you coming right up, so stay right where you are. ORU leads at 27-21. We'll be back.
Whoa, you're halfway there. Whoa, you need another player. Yeah!
Build your team and take them all the way. Madden NFL 17.
Hi, how can I help?
There is no typical day. There's nothing typical about making movies. I'm Victoria Alonso, and I'm an executive producer at Marvel Studios. We are very much hands-on producers. If my office becomes a plane or an airport, the Surface Pro is perfect. Fast and portable, but also light. You don't do 14 hours a day, 7 days a week for decades. If you don't feel it in your heart, listen, I know my superpower is to not ever sleep. That's it. That's the only superpower I have.
Proud to be locally and family owned right here in Tulsa. Customer service is their top priority. Plus, they will match any price you find on tires. Visit any of the 12 locations across the metro area and keep rolling with Robertson. And Tedford Insurance is celebrating 38 years doing business in Oklahoma. Family owned by ORU alumnus Mike Tedford. You can count on Tedford Insurance to find solutions to your insurance needs. Eliminate uncertainty and toss it to Tedford. Or you would love to toss this one into the win column. They got to win the last home game against John Brown, but they're looking for their first Division I win of the season.
And not one half does a game make yet, and that's what's unfortunate. You played pretty decent, but you got to put a second half together. And I was talking about, I know some of my old friends when I went to school here scattered throughout the country, and they're so concerned about what's going on here. As long as you have Scott Sutton here, you don't need to be concerned. I mean, he knows how to take it in stride. You know, he's been through the bad times and the good. He'll figure it out.
All right, second half right around the corner. We'll be right back.
At Robertson.
Oh, this is awful. Try it.
Oh, no, that looks gross. What is that?
You gotta try it. It's terrible.
No, thank you. I have a very sensitive palate.
If you taste something bad, you want someone else to try it. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Dog, 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 dog.
Okay, Google. Turn on the hall lights.
Okay, Google, turn up the music. Okay, Google, what's the weather?
Two babies train.
How do you say nice to meet you in Spanish?
Okay, Google, dim the downstairs lights.
Looks like we're bound to start anew. Who better to start it with than you, dear? See you next year.
This season, start a new tradition. Experience the power of Infinity now with leases starting at $319 a month. Infinity, empower the drive.
To get underway, ORU with a 6-point advantage, and they'll inbound with Martin, Bradley, Anderson, and Zakwesi gets the start in the second half along with Owens. Inside, this is Nzakwesi, has it blocked by the 6'11" Shoshi.
You know, the only thing bad, now's the time when you need a student section. Unfortunately, they're all on spring or Christmas break right now, and absolutely no students as I look around the gym. Not many people at all, but ORU's got to make their own excitement. I can't stress enough. I said early, play as a team, pull together as a team. This is where you got to do that.
The three from way downtown is good from Chris Martin.
That kid can really score. He had 35 one game. I mean, he can shoot it from three. He's good length. He can get to the basket. He can jump. He's got the whole package.
ORU now by 9, and that's their biggest lead of the game. Marcus Johnson looking to get on track for Little Rock. Has been unable to do so, held scoreless. Team's leading scorer, and the floater from Jalen Jackson is good.
You wouldn't see another arena in the world where those baskets are that soft. That ball was missed so far to the right. It just sat on the rim like a Balata golf ball and spun in.
ORU on the attack. This is Bradley, bounces it into Owens. Is he going to test the 6'11"? No, he's forced into a bad pass, and here comes Little Rock off the front of the rim. No, but the rebound is there by the trailing Marius Hill, and he scores.
You know, that last defensive double team, that's just not a good player making a great play. That is coaching. Wes Flanagan has great rotations. They double down. They know where to rotate from. Easy steal.
And ORU's about ready to let this 10-point lead evaporate. Johnson out of control, and ORU comes back, and he's one frustrated Trojan right now.
I think Aaron Anderson's definitely gotten the better of him. Aaron's just a bigger, quick as guard as him. 6'3", has held his ground, done a nice job staying in front.
Bradley takes the shot. It won't go. Owens comes up with the offensive rebound, puts it up, and it will not go. And Sochi comes up with a rebound.
Sochi at 6'11".
For him, his 7th rebound.
6'11", and just causing Owens all sorts of fits. One bucket, and Owens had to really force that one to get it. He's going to have to, like I said earlier, maybe step out to 15 feet, face him up.
Hill, back out. No, in and out. Rebound. Anderson, ORU clinging to a 5-point advantage.
All I can say is ORU is dodging some bullets right there. I mean, they're getting some clean looks at threes. Maybe ORU just knows which players to leave open.
Owens. Another bad pass. Slam home by Jackson.
I'm going to tell you, that is a nice play by Marcus Johnson. You talked about their leading scorer is not scoring. He could have taken that to the basket himself. Instead, makes an easy little dump pass. They're right back in this game, 30-27.
Turnover starting to add up now for ORU. Martin kicks it back out. Anderson fakes the shot, goes to the hole, lays it up. No. Rebound. He gets his own shot, and he brings it back out. inside. Beautiful pass to Bradley from Anderson.
You know, I didn't realize how big of a barometer Aaron Anderson was for this team while he was out. I thought they could replace him with Aaron Young and whoever. Aaron Anderson is a huge difference with this team, defensively and running the club.
ORU stops a short run on the part of Little Rock. Another three is no good, and we're going to have a jump ball arrow in the favor of the Trojans. Aaron Young comes in, Harris comes in, Miller comes in. Sitting down, Nzekwezi, Owens, and Martin. So Anderson and Bradley stay in there. ORU sinking some threes. Another three for Little Rock goes astray, but they get the own rebound as it comes firmly off the rim. The drive by Jackson stops and pops.
He hits a tough shot, nice drive, but Chris Miller did a good job of coming over, trying to help. Just couldn't elevate to get up there and get. This is going to be a tough little sequence for ORU. Where does your scoring come from? Right now, you got no Owens in there, and you got Jalen Bradley who can score a little bit. Other than that, it's going to be tough to score.
Miller inside. He's going to take a shot, and he hits over the 6'11" Sochi. So who knew?
Okay, that answered my question. I like to see that big Norris hit a right-hand jump hook, and that's why I say Owens got to do. He's got to step out, face him up, and make him back off, and then shoot over the top.
The lead back up to 5. The floater way off, and here comes Anderson down for ORU as he goes to the far side in front of his own bench. Harris and Young. Bradley with the right hand, swings it back out. Harris looks for an opening inside, has to kick it back out. 10 on the shot clock. Bounce pass inside Miller. He's going to take another shot. Does, and it's in and out this time. Sochi comes up with his 8th rebound, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 8. And here we go. Little Rock. They got Bradley up in the air. The drive, ball is loose. It's knocked out of bounds. But do we have a whistle prior? And we will have a foul on for him, his second. And we have a timeout at 14:54 remaining. And ORU up by 5, 34-29. We have plenty of basketball remaining. Come back with us. We'll be right back.
Bob Hurley.
Okay, Google. What's a good substitute for butter?
For every cup of butter, substitute 3/4 cup of olive oil.
Ooh. Okay, Google. What's a good substitute for olive oil?
My mother passed in 2003, but she always told me, I don't care if you turn out to be a great athlete or whatever, but you need to make sure you get your college degree. Sometimes I call the house just to hear her voice.
Hi, leave a message after the beep.
Hey Mom, this is Larry. I just want to let you know that I fulfilled the promise that you held me to. Love you.
Feel alive when something just happened in the game that left you completely flabbergasted. Wait, what? Did that one player / coach / mascot really just do that? You can't be the only one trying to make sense of this. So grab your phone, open Facebook, press this, and go live. Ask your friends if that actually happened. It did. Then debate how that's even possible. All right, just remember, there's still plenty of game left.
We're back at the Mabee Center. 34-29 is your score with 14:54 to go. And Little Rock field goals in the first half, they were 7 for 26. Here, they're 4 for 9. But they are 0 for 8 from three-point range.
Yeah, you have your opponent shooting 31% on your home floor. You'd think you'd have a pretty good sized lead on. Unfortunately, ORU's only shooting 37%. Not shooting a lot better, but still, you have a 5-point lead. This is a real crucial 3 or 4 minute stretch here. You know, ORU went with a little bit different lineup. They're coming back. Harris has done a nice job, but you just don't really have a go-to scorer right now like you did in Owens, and they're going to have to find somebody that can get some easy points. Look at the field goals this half. Little Rock's picked their percentage up 4 for 9, ORU 3 for 9. And I mean, there's points during a game When people overlook him, there's a good look at Coach Sutton and tell him what to do. And Sean and his dapper, his coaching staff, all dressed nice. But
is that Michael Hairston sitting behind the?
Yeah, it was great Olympic athlete.
Walker?
Yeah, Walker, runner. This guy right here, Wes Flanagan, has a huge future, man. I like everything I've seen. His defenses, his rotations out of his double teams, switching up in defense, really like him.
Bradley's three off the front. Sort of a line drive type of shot. And here comes Little Rock trailing by 5. So she's going to take the 3, and he's going to come up short. Make that 0 for 9.
That's unbelievable.
Bradley quickly down, stops, loses control, and ORU gets it right back.
I mean, that's a good look for Sochi. I know he can shoot 3 when he's 6'11". Nowadays, guys do that, and they just cannot get a shot to go.
Miller travel.
There he takes a look at 0 for 9 from the three-point line for Little Rock. 6 for 14. That's 18 points different from the three-point line. You take those three-pointers away from ORU, and it's a whole different game.
Miller sits. Owens back in. Bradley will take a seat. Martin comes back in. That was ORU's 10th turnover of the ball game. And still up by 5. Marcus Johnson. High post. Black is in the game. Jalen Jackson now far side. Short jumper. Hill. Won't go. Rebound ORU. Here come the Golden Eagles. Young bounces it. Harris. Back out. Martin bounces it back out. Harris thought about it. Now goes to the hole. Lies it up. No. Owens with a rebound. Put back is good.
But I like what I saw on Harris, the penetration. And it all started, I think, with Martin breaking his man down, and then Harris. And now there's an offensive foul on Little Rock. And I talked about this little 3-4 minutes here. It could be the difference in winning the game or losing.
Interesting game in the fact that Owens is ORU's leading scorer. He has just 4.
Right.
Johnson is Little Rock's leading scorer, and he has 0.
Well, there's that old saying, you cut off the head and the body dies. And that's exactly what both teams are trying to do. They're trying to cut off their head, which in this case, Owens for ORU, he's their go-to guy. Marcus Johnson for Little Rock, and both of them have been totally stymied.
ORU 36-29. Harris has played a solid ball game in this encounter. Martin almost lost control, but Anderson is there. Anderson thought about a move inside, now turns. Still goes and has the shot blocked, and he is fouled on the play.
You know what? ORU's found something there. Johnson is having to guard Anderson. And Anderson played inside in high school, outside. Big, strong 6'3" guard. And Johnson just too little. We just called him mouse in the house when I was playing, and he totally had a mouse on him.
All right, that is his 3rd for Oliver Black, and he has played a limited amount of minutes. Anderson makes the free throw.
You know, I haven't seen Aaron Anderson as much as I'd like to, but this is as good. You know, he may have scored more before in the past or whatever, but he is playing a good floor game, a great defensive game, and then doing it on the offensive end as well.
Free throw, sneaks through. And for Anderson, he now has 9 points. Just the 3rd and 4th free throws on the part of ORU. And we had a follow through. Did the basket count?
No.
Did not.
That's that freshman kid, Jordan, I think it is. Just jumps out of the gym. Freshman, and saw him had a great move earlier in the game, and now he goes up and follows up that Andre Jones. My goodness, can he jump?
All right, Maurice Hill is at the line. And his free throw is good, and they have not missed from the free throw line.
Yeah, I'm surprised a team with a 9-2 record kind of doesn't seem like they have a lot of energy. I mean, I expect them to come in here with a lot of energy, and you don't see a lot of emotion with them, and you know that bus ride over here may have got them as well.
Missed free throw, but Jackson way up there for a deuce.
Well, they do have some guys that can go up and get it, I'll tell you
that. Now they'll
that.
pressure in the backcourt to try to get back in this thing. 38-32, ORU by 6. Nearing the midway point of the second half. Harris, who's played a lot of minutes tonight. He has the basketball, swings it to Martin, near side, right in front of us. Martin gets the screen from Owens, goes to the hole, and what do we have? We have a foul before the shot. And that will be the 4th team foul against Little Rock. And we really haven't had foul difficulties in here. Burns, or it's Black who has 3, but for Jackson, that's just his first. ORU will inbound. They bring it back out Young. Martin. This is Harris. Little Rock staying in the zone. ORU content to work it around the perimeter. Martin. Harris.
Please, hit that. I'm saying that because I like that kid, man. I just want him to do good. Not necessarily for ORU, but like to see him make some shots.
Marcus Johnson still looking for his first point of the game. Takes the 3, and that is way off, and that's just a frustration shot.
Exactly.
But they save it, and they'll get the ball has not hit the rim, so the shot clock continues on. Missed there, and what a tip by Andre Jones.
I saw him do a dunk in warm-ups, Al. You couldn't believe, and I looked again, and now we're seeing it here. I mean, where did he come from to tip that in?
And he did it without touching his opponent.
I mean, he can flat get up.
So it's down to 4. Ball knocked out of bounds off of Sochi. And it will be ORU's basketball with 11 seconds left on the shot clock. We're under the 12-minute timeout opportunity, and we will do that. ORU leading at 38-34. Low scoring, interesting ball game. ORU looking to get back on the winning track, lead it by 4.
We love being green, so the Nest Learning Thermostat connects to your phone and learns what you like to help you save energy. And that's something everyone can appreciate.
Okay, Google, turn on the hall lights.
Okay, Google, turn up the music. Okay, Google, what's the weather?
Two babies train.
How do you say nice to meet you in Spanish?
Okay, Google, dim the downstairs lights.
Looks like we're bound to start anew. Who better to start it with than you, dear? See you next year.
This season, start a new tradition. Experience the power of infinity now with leases starting at $319 a month. Infinity. Empower the drive.
Before the holidays for the Golden Eagles is this Friday taking on the Richmond Spiders. And that game is a 3 o'clock tip-off here at the Mabee Center. So be here and check in the Golden Eagles. Here we take a look at this basket. You talk about flying high, and for Jackson, he only had 2 in the first half, has 8 now, and Harris missing. It is Owens with the putback, and ORU leads it by 4, 38-34.
And that's what I always used to tell players. If you're not getting a score, you know what? Go get it off the backboard. And here comes Aaron Anderson with a smart senior play, throwing off the guy's butt and getting inbounds.
Bradley's 3 won't go. Tip and Zaquazi. It won't go. And Little Rock comes up with a loose ball. And here come the Trojans. 11 minutes to go. And what has kept ORU in front? 0 for 10 for Little Rock from 3.
And who would have ever thought with Nezaquazi having 2 points and Owens 4 points, you'd have thought ORU would have been out of the game. And here they are, still with a 4-point lead.
It's been a strange one, no doubt. Johnson goes to the hole, has a block from behind. Quickly ahead and knocked out of bounds, intended for Nzaquazi. And it will be ORU's basketball in front of their own bench.
You know, I'm giving Aaron Anderson a lot of credit for the job he's done on Johnson, which he deserves. but his teammates are helping him too. Every time this kid has penetrated, there's been big guys holding the ground, putting their hand up. Just a tremendous team effort by ORU on Marcus Johnson. Now, the game's only 3/4 the way over. There's still 10 minutes. And I've seen great scorers be shut out for 30 minutes, but I've seen him take over the last 10 minutes. So let's see what this young man's made of.
Marcus Johnson sits down. Burns comes in for him. Bradley Anderson. They continue the zone. Inside Owens. Kicks it back out Bradley quickly. Short little jumper from the baseline is good from Anderson. He's been hitting from all over the court tonight, and it's a good thing.
That was a great pass by Jalen Bradley. He had his mind made up where he was passing that before he ever caught it. Easy bucket.
We have a foul call on Bradley. And for ORU, just the second team foul, nearing the 10-minute mark of the second half. Just 14 fouls for Little Rock. Sochi, short jumper is good.
And out of bounds play I was talking about for ORU earlier. I don't know why teams don't go into zones on that. I mean, there's some reason they don't, but it seems like everybody just scores out of out of bounds plays if you run man-to-man.
The floater hits nothing. Quickly down. Hill loses. Here comes Bradley, 2-on-1. Anderson back to the trailing Martin. He leaves it for Bradley, who lays it up and in for 2.
That's not the conventional way of making a 2-on-1 turn into a 3-on-1, but regardless, ORU scores and takes a nice little 6-point lead.
For the 2-on-1, it looked like Little Rock had it well defended, and that's why it was a good thing Martin was the trailer there. ORU by 6. Hill. He traveled, did he not?
And see, that time Bradley got in front of him. You know, before ORU's been getting beat so bad off that, Bradley moved his feet first, got over in front, and made that play happen.
Now 10 turnovers for the visiting team from Little Rock. And there you see the numbers. The most important number, ORU leading it by 6. Anderson drives. Well, maybe he'd do a reverse. And then Crazy hits the 3.
That's big. He's only taken 3 shots the whole game, only played 13 minutes. And the big fellow steps out and hits a timely 3. All of a sudden, you look up, ORU with a 9-point lead.
Well, his minutes have been limited because of the sore ankle. And as we told you earlier, he was 80% for this game, according to the team doctors. So he will see limited minutes, but when he is in there, he seems refreshed, and he seems to be getting off on his feet pretty well.
Listen, ORU has a future that is so bright, it's unreal. Nezukwesi, Chris Martin, that is 2. He got hit. That's a 3-point free throw right there. You saw Bradley kind of buy that foul double clutch. I'm not really sure if he got hit, but he did a nice job of double clutching.
Well, let's see if he did.
That's
Actually, that's the previous 3.
Yeah,
Bradley will be at the line for 3 shots.
And he altered it so much that it looked like something funny happened. And you see right here, Little Rock 8 for 9 from the free throw line. ORU's only been to the free throw line 4 times on your home floor. That's not enough. You got to get there more than that. This little guy's
all right, so
taking a lot. He's taking a lot of heat from people. And I'm telling you, this kid is a gamer. He plays hard. He's going to have a good rest of the year.
I want a critique of this free throw.
Wait, it looks
Mr.
like
free throw man.
He looks like me.
Like looks like it's nothing but the bottom of the net. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he's the guy that I'm afraid of is going to break my 39-year-old record or whatever it is. And I almost,
that you're counting.
I almost cheer for him.
Not that you're looking at the record book.
About 1 out of 25 times I cheer for him to miss. But this guy is he just
you're
looks
like the old Miami Dolphins don't want that 16-0 record.
He looks like he's born to make free throws.
Well, he makes all 3, and ORU now by 12 with a 10-2 run over the last 153. The layup is good.
Do they have some jumpers or what? Have you ever seen Wisconsin football start the 4th quarter when they play that song, Jump Around? Jump, jump. That's this Little Rock team. They just got guys jump around, jump around.
Bradley leaves it for Owens. Owens hook shot is a goal.
That time he was able to elevate, get off his feet. You know, Soshi's been putting a body on him, hasn't been letting him jump. And that he got it point blank, got to score.
ORU by 12. Equaling their biggest lead of the night. Another three is on, oh, just a two, excuse me. Here's a three. That one won't go. Martin comes up with a rebound. He does the 360 to get out of trouble. And then he brings it down court.
I'll guarantee you, if you're Coach Scott Sutton, this clock cannot run fast enough. Whenever you're ahead, the clock runs slow. When you're behind, it just goes fast as a ball.
Nzekwezi with a crazy hook shot or layup, and it would not go. In fact, didn't come close. Burns far side. Jackson's three. No.
Unbelievable.
What are they, 0 for 12? 0 for 12 from three-point range. Wow. And many of those, I've got to give ORU credit. Many of those threes have been contested.
They have, but the ones they've had wide open, they're so used to not getting wide open when they've been missing.
Nzekwezi goes in, puts it home, and he's fouled on the play.
You know, talking to Kwanzaa Johnson, the assistant coach for Little Rock, he was at TCU, I think, and he saw Nzekwezi play, and he said, I think he's a Big 12 guy, or you got to steal.
ORU leading it by 14 with a chance to make it 15 at the 6:42 mark. They'll be at the free throw line when we come back. Golden Eagles lead at 52-38. We'll be right back.
Okay, Google, what's a good substitute for butter?
For every cup of butter, substitute 3/4 cup of olive oil.
Ooh. Okay, Google, what's a good substitute for olive oil?
So my kids don't have to forage, got 2 jobs to pay a mortgage, and I've also got a brain. Life's short, talk is cheap, I'll be working while you sleep. Still don't think I've got a brain. I took 2 bullets in the chest, got 3 kids, I never rest. So yeah, I've got a brain. A degree is a degree, you're gonna want someone like me, but only if you have a brain.
Basket that made the score 52-38, and there's the foul. And as a result, the Trojan bench from Little Rock called for a technical foul, and there you see our leading scorers. Jackson 12 for the Trojans, Anderson and Bradley each with 12 for the home team, the ORU Golden Eagles.
You know, our last 2 highlights coming out of timeouts have been Nzekwezi hitting a 3-pointer and Nzekwezi going inside getting an and 1. And I really think by the time it's all said and done after 4 years here, that young man's going to be up there as high as anyone. I mean, he's got an upside that's unbelievable. And if he can just stay with the course and do what he's got to do, he can be really good.
All right, first things first, Bradley will be at the line for the technical 2.
I like this. He takes the 2 breaths. He takes the same amount of dribbles, does the same thing every time. No difference. That's how you become a great shooter. Repetition, concentration, repetition, concentration. Over and over. Do it and do it. And you never miss.
Boring. No.
Look at this. Same thing. Does his little thing. Not one bit of difference. Nothing but the bottom net.
Hey, they all count, man.
Yeah, now I
they
just
all count.
You know, maybe he wants to now maybe miss one the next time.
All right. Nzekwezi will be at the line for 1.
How about this? This has turned into an easy game before it's all said and done.
No.
It's 54-38.
No, don't go there.
Make 2 free throws here. That's 18 points.
Don't
geez, come
there.
on. I believe in this team.
See, you had to do that, didn't you?
Yeah.
You had to open your mouth. All right, 54-38. ORU by 16, their biggest lead of the night. Little Rock getting a little desperate here, but a nice drive by Burns. For him, 7. Bradley, he's going to go to the hole, backs it back out. Or you can afford to take a little bit of time off the clock here. 6:15 to go, leading it by 14 points. Young, near wing. it back out with 5 seconds on the shot clock. He's going to go to the hole, forces up a shot. 6'11" big guy comes down. Is Marcus Johnson going to get his first 2 points of the night? He does on the break.
Gets in. You know what I like what their coach has done? Coach Flanagan's got him in a full court press. Now, don't wait till 2 minutes ago. You start doing it now, and he's totally changed the tempo of this game. Got it back to a 12-point deficit. You got to play to win this game. You can't play just to hang on. That's why I didn't really like them pulling that 2-on-1 back out. Yes, you do run shot clock, but man, you get a 2-on-1, you got to take that.
Young goes to the hole, leads, and his pass is intended for Young, but however, it is intercepted by Little Rock, and then in the process, Young is called for the foul, his third.
Aaron Young, after he made that push out bounds, just put his head down.
Knew he was leaving the court.
He walked over to the bench, knew he was coming up the second he did that.
So Little Rock can cut the lead to 10, and with a 3-9.
ORU doing a good job staying solid in their defense, not allowing to penetrate. Man, this is so different.
And they're forcing Little Rock to take a whole lot of time off the clock, and the floater goes home.
That's the softest rim in America right down there. We've seen 2 shots that have no business going in and hit the rim and somehow fall in. Go attack this thing.
Bradley leaves it for Owens. He puts it on the floor once and misses the gimme.
I don't care. I'd still rather see them do that and attack it rather than sit back and just run time and not get a shot.
And a beautiful defensive play by Anderson. Has he been stellar on both sides of the floor or what?
I don't care what he's done. This is the best game this kid has had in his career here at ORU. Points don't matter. Nothing matters. This kid has led this team and has done a tremendous job.
ORU by 10. Anderson looks inside, gets it there. Owens forces it up, has it knocked away by Sochi. He's had trouble with Sochi all night. This is Johnson, going to take the 3. Going to be off and hits nothing. Wow, his shooting eye is completely off tonight. And we have a player down.
Of all people, I think
is that Nzekwezi? Or it's Aaron Anderson? Ouch.
Yeah, of all people, that's not the guy you need going down right now. He's led you this whole game to your 10-point lead. He's done it by scoring, done it by defense, and man, I have no clue what happened down here. The ball had gone down to their end, so I don't know what happened, but he looks like he's in some pain.
Could it be the wind knocked out of him? All right, we're going to take a break here for an injury timeout. We'll be back with more right after this. ORU leads it by 10 with 4:14 to go.
Okay, Google, turn on the hall lights.
Okay, Google, turn up the music. Okay, Google, what's the weather?
2 babies dream.
How do you say nice to meet you in Spanish?
Okay, Google, dim the downstairs lights.
Looks like we're bound to start anew. Who better to start it with than you, dear? See you next year.
This season, start a new tradition. Experience the power of infinity now with leases starting at $319 a month. Infinity. Empower the drive.
Downs almost loses it with a full court press. Young has it. And while we were away, we saw the replay, and it was his own player that got Anderson in the face with an elbow, and it was Albert Owens going up for the rebound and coming back down. His elbow landed on the face of Anderson, so Anderson had to leave. And it looked like the elbow came down hard on his nose and facial area.
This is getting
Harris will be at the line.
Close to a free throw game. I mean, ORU's up 10 with 4 minutes to go, and Little Rock doesn't have to panic and foul. But if ORU just takes care of the ball and strong with it, it's going to get to that place where they're going to have to foul. And then you got your good free throw shooter. Heck, you got 4 real good free throw shooters out there. Doesn't matter who they foul.
All right, so out on the floor for ORU, Young, Harris, Bradley, Martin, and Owens. Second free throw comes up short. So it's an 11-point advantage. Here's Marcus Johnson with the left hand. Swings it back. Sochi back out. Johnson looking to put on a move, gets the screen, stops, back out. Sochi takes the 3. No. Rebound.
You know how many times
Stop me if I sound like a broken arrow.
No, it's great. You know how many times not you say Little Rock takes a 3? No.
Broken record. I said Broken Arrow, which is just outside of Tulsa. Owens, he's going to put it up, and this time he does get the better of Sochi inside.
Now, Sochi has done an awesome job. I like that player. Big fella, could step out and shoot it defensively as given Owens, but Owens just got him too deep that time.
13-point advantage for the Golden Eagles. Shot, no. Rebound, who's got it? Owens saves, and it's brought back inside by Jackson, and Jackson is fouled on the play. Good hustle on the part of ORU. Unfortunately, it landed in the hands of a Little Rock player, and the foul was created. We go to a break at the TV timeout time, 3:06 remaining. 57-44, ORU trying to hold on and get this 3rd victory of the season. We'll be back with more.
Bob Hurley Ford.
Golden Eagles taking on South Dakota State here at the Mabee Center on January 12th. And then on that Saturday against IUPUI, and that's a 3 o'clock start. Those games on ESPN 3. Welcome back to the Mabee Center. Some young fans who had a chance to play a little basketball before this game. The youngsters getting a chance to have a little scrimmage before the contest. And they're seeing ORU and the home team leading it by 13 with 3:06 to go.
I like what ORU has done here. They've blackened the end zone, so it's making people sit around the sides and a little more intimate atmosphere. But I want to show one thing. Marcus Johnson, their leading scorer, who I do like, by the way, quick as a cat, can do a lot of things. He's 1 for 10. He has no free throws, no rebounds, no fouls, 2 assists, 3 turnovers, and that's it. I mean, so they have just totally locked him out of the stat department, and that's why ORU is successful.
Misses both, and ORU comes away with it. The Big E came up with this great stat. The last time Little Rock failed to hit a 3 was at Middle Tennessee State in Murfreesboro, Tennessee on November 18, 2013. They are currently 0 for 14 from three-point range. 0 for 14. Bradley has it knocked out of his hands, and it will be ORU basketball with 7 on the shot clock.
Yeah, now ORU's at the place we're running that clock. I mean, 2:43 to go. You got a 13-point lead. You run that clock now. You run it down, and hopefully you can get to that free throw line and get a couple free throws.
There you see a frustrated head coach at Little Rock in West Flanagan, and he's not used to his team being in these kind of predicaments. Bradley's going to take the 3 off the side. Who's going to have the loose ball? Here comes Johnson, lays it up and in for 2 more.
Bradley had that same exact 3 at Creighton, and I think would have put the game away. Had he made this one, it would have put the game away. And now here goes the fouling contest. And you can't step up there and go 1 for 2 and hang on for this win. You got to go 2 for 2 every time.
All right, ORU 8 for 12 from the line coming into these free throws. The 8th team foul on the part of Little Rock.
Nice to see.
Foul on Andre Jones.
Nice to see Darian Harris, the game he had there tonight. He signed with Creighton, went there for 1 year, and then transferred to ORU and went back up there and had a real nice game there tonight. Made some good defensive plays, hit a couple threes. And I just keep waiting for him and Bradley to one game those two get hot at the same time from 3, and then ORU see what they can do.
2 items of interest, and ORU has done a good job on Marcus Johnson, their leading scorer. The only 2 buckets he's had are on fast breaks.
Yeah, you're right. He hadn't made a jumper.
And obviously the 0 for 14. It's hard to win when you're 0 for 14.
Well, that shows you that their defensive effort has just picked up tremendously. They're out challenged. And you said it, some of those shots of threes are really being challenged. Now, they have missed some open ones, but ORU's done a lot better job. Now they're sitting in the zone. Good for ORU, switching it up a little bit, sitting in the zone, making them take some time off the clock.
Johnson goes to the hole, leaves for Sochi. He loses control, and ORU comes up with a loose basketball.
That possession to Scott Sutton right there. That's not the team. That's Scott changing that D up and kind of messing with Little Rock a little bit.
Bradley out top against Jackson. To get it inside. Owens' hook will not go. Just can't get it in tonight. But his team leads. Here's the long three. 0 for 15.
This reminds me of Bradley there night against Tulsa. Remember when he just kept shooting and you kept thinking, okay, he's going to make one. And Little Rock's in that. You know, there's just some nights it isn't going to happen. Tonight was one for Little Rock. They're going to win a lot of games as Aaron Young gets fouled at half court. They're going to win a lot of games in that conference. Very well coached team.
Jalen Jackson picks up his 3rd, and with 1:27 to go, 59-46, or you can make it a 15-point advantage here at this juncture. And will ORU get their 3rd win of the season? And I got to tell you, Steve, ORU was getting pretty close to being desperate in getting a
They were. I mean, we all said
the schedule they had to face.
These 2 games, Richmond.
This is a good team.
No
Little Rock
question.
is no slouch.
You know, and the difference is, though, you look at Little Rock's schedule compared to ORU, you know, what would ORU be had they played that schedule? You know, they could very easily be 7-3 or something opposed to 0-10. So, but regardless, ORU's done a nice job of beating a good team tonight.
Now, if they can keep up this momentum and get a home victory against Richmond on Friday afternoon, that would be a halfway decent way to go into the holidays.
Yeah, but the only thing is, if they do get that, I think their first 3 conference games are on the road.
Right.
So here you go again, putting yourself behind the 8 ball already. But it's not the powerhouse teams, I don't think. I think it's the ones in the middle of the road.
Well, so. I look at it this way, though. If you get 3 road games off the start, that means your majority of home games the rest of the way are going to be at home.
That's the deal. You'd like to go get one of those 3, hopefully 2. And, I mean, it's asking a lot to get 3, but you can do it. You beat Little Rock, which is a good team. Then you beat Richmond, who is always, you know, they seem to every other year go to the NCAA tournament, a good team. You beat 2 teams like that, then you're ready to go.
Well, let's face it, the 3 road games in the conference that starts out are very winnable games. At Denver, at Fort Wayne, at Western Illinois.
I think Fort Wayne's pretty good. They did beat Indiana. They beat Indiana earlier this year. Yeah, and some. Oh, Nebraska Omaha beat Iowa. Can you believe that? 2 Summit League teams beat 2 Big Ten teams. That's a good start.
Do you still get upset when Iowa loses?
No, I'm not an Iowa guy. I'm from Iowa. I love Iowa.
I know that. That's why I'm asking the question.
I'm not a University of Iowa guy at all. I just like to give my big little 12 brethren, as I call them, trouble about the
Didn't you come close to going to Iowa?
Yeah, real close. But then Oral come in and said, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Bontrager, you're coming here. And when he comes, sits in your house, you go down to
So you
Oral
had
Roberts.
no say in the matter, right?
None.
Your parents made the decision.
If I want to be in the family will, I'm going to Oral Roberts. And I loved every bit of it and thoroughly enjoyed my time here. It was the best thing I ever did.
All right. Marcus Johnson, who's had, to say the least, an off night. Forced shot goes in. Wow.
You know, I feel bad for Marcus Johnson because he's a team player. He didn't shoot it well, but he's still working his tail off. He's trying to play D. He passed it well. A good point guard, just had an off night.
Push, free throws.
I mean, look at this. ORU held them to 21 the first half. They scored 27 the second half. It's not just that a bad team either. It's a good team. ORU just played tremendous defense tonight.
And so Harris is having quite a night and seeing a lot of minutes tonight. Makes yet another.
If he can keep his opponent in front of him on the defensive end, he will get to stay in games longer. When he struggles, when he lets people go by him. And tonight, he's done a good job of staying in front of his opponent, and that's why he stayed in the game.
And you heard the announcer, 1 minute to go, foul call Young. I don't know how smart that was. But at any rate, just the 15th foul, so maybe it was.
You know,
never mind.
This little Marcus Johnson has got some major quickness, and we haven't seen it. I don't know if that's the job Aaron Anderson did on what, but you see him with the ball. He can shake and bake with the best of them.
Stolen by Harris. He played the passing lane, but now he has it stolen, and now we have Keystone Cops out there.
Nice effort by ORU tonight. Absolutely nice. They got Little Rock maybe when they were down a little bit or something. Didn't shoot the ball well, but ORU's, I'm going to give credit to ORU for making them do that. So outstanding effort. Come back and get it now. You just came off Creighton close. Get this win, maybe get one against Richmond.
Thing about ORU, you know, they came off those really tough losses with, I don't want to say subpar performances, but lackadaisical performances. Yeah. This was anything but.
Well, let's credit the coaching staff for getting this team ready to play and coming off that Creighton. And you think those men over there aren't extremely happy tonight. Sean Sutton still stomping his foot, coaching until the last second.
Bradley back out. Young takes the three, and this is off the side.
Close.
Yeah, even the soft rim wouldn't be able to help that. All right, we have a foul on Young. With 11 seconds to go, ORU will get their third win of the season. They're up by 15. You see the coaching staff, and they may not be smiling there, but they're smiling inside.
You don't know what that's like. Aaron Anderson fouls, or Aaron Young fouls out. Nice little tech guard right there. But you don't know what that's like. I remember when I was in Fargo, I had a 6-game losing streak, and I thought the world had come to an end. Then all of a sudden, we won 6 in a row, and that's how quickly it can change. So that same thing could happen right here at ORU. Sometimes your schedule just means you're going to lose, like it has at ORU, and then your schedule turns around and you win.
So you lost 6 in a row in Fargo, then you had to go outside.
And then 60 below for 10 straight days. I am not kidding.
Next.
60 below.
All right, ORU's going to run out the clock, and that's it. ORU gets it done. 63-48, an impressive 15-point victory.